Hey Capricorn, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2022. When I lean into your energy, it's very chop. I got a lot fucking done. Like as soon as I decided to lean into Capricorn energy, I cranked out some stuff. And we're going to talk about why. I realized it afterwards when I was diving into doing notes. But there is an energetic increase, that's for sure, coming through. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For daily content, check out my Instagram. Excuse me. My Instagram at justj_everything. I only have one account. Don't get got. You can tell by like the length of posts. I have like 4,000 fucking posts. Anyway. Further dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Sorry, there's interference ahead. Interference above, I really meant to say. We definitely, I feel like it's like less thinking, more acting. So I mean, more action. I don't want to really, I don't really even want to dive into all these notes, but I'm going to give them to you. We kick off Gemini season with Pluto retrograde in your sign. Saturn is about to retrograde in Aquarius. And we're still like riding the wave of these eclipses on the Taurus-Scorpio axis. So I have versus I desire, devotion versus obsession. And the things eclipsing in, eclipsing out. There's still lots of realizations, lots of aha moments, and lots of breaking shitty habits that you may have been oblivious to. There may be people coming in that are kind of showing you like, hey, this is where you dropped the ball, or hey, this is, and you need to learn how to stand up for yourself by way of that opposition, or learning how to take correction. That could be a thing too. Just try it, you know, because the people who really love you are going to correct you, but they're going to be respectful about it. And you know the difference. You will know the difference, the feeling in your body when it's like, damn, I can step up. Shoot, like they're right. I can do better, versus someone like in their ego. And okay. So anyway, with Pluto being retrograde there for, you know, the next 2 years, truths are going to still be exposed in regards to your core self, who you are, your relationship to money, your relationship to stability, your career, your reputation. What the fuck did I write? Your desires and legacy. As of May 20th, Gemini gets the sun, and there's definitely going to be a spotlight on travel, interaction, socializing, networking, relating. So it's important to like really bring your A game professionally, which means that you're going to really need to take the time to take some fucking care of yourself, Capricorn, like in a real way. And that may feel uncomfortable, but fucking good. Like it's important for you to start pouring into yourself. On May 24th, Mars goes into Aries, and this transit squares you natally. So I mean, just like, and anyway, it squares you. So there's arm wrestling kind of like energy, and a tug of war kind of created with that Aries Capricorn axis. But that tension, usually it's like they're kind of like the mean girls stick together, you know, so usually ends up working out. But I do feel like there is this extra boost of energy, extra boost of aggravation, So wield that wisely is all I'll say. On May 28th, Venus goes into Taurus, and definitely a fellow earth sign, and money, business, or even like how you present yourself just improves or is received better in some sort of way. So I feel like it's a great time for ideas, but not necessarily launching anything. Don't launch anything until after June 13th. That's just my personal opinion. But do you. On May 30th, we have the new moon in Gemini. And the theme that really came up for you guys when I was thinking about this was, how can I improve my communication skills or be more relatable? How can I make sure I'm not talking to everybody like they're my employee? I meant that. On June 4th, Saturn retrogrades in Aquarius, and this is definitely another round of karmic tests. Tests in the realm of friends, in the realm of like your hopes, your wishes, your community, the company that you keep, the people you surround yourself, the quality of the people that you surround yourself, the quality of your hopes. Are you reaching for them? Are they outdated? Are, you know, what needs to be improved? What needs to be improved upon or innovated? Or how can technology really make something more efficient, possibly? But most importantly, act right. Act right. Because there is something about, have you learned yet? You know what a red flag is. You've learned what a snake is. You've learned what a leech is. You've learned what a full body yes is. Therefore, you know what a fuck no feels like. So, ooh, nice. All these cards came out, but the Wheel of Fortune came through front and center. So there is definitely a new season, new karmic tests. What did I say? The Wheel of Fortune, that's the thing about the Wheel of Fortune. And just as easily as it can swoop you up to the top, it can drop you back down to the depths. And you know, so you better really figure out how you want to act. That's just you. Not everybody believes in karma, but I just feel like that's science. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So if you're out here like planting like negative seeds and speaking all these terrible things about them, you know, vibration turns to matter. Vibration turns to matter. So the first thing out to be clarified on the Selenite throne is this new chapter, this new beginning in luck. This your relationship to receiving. There may be somebody with Pisces or Sagittarius placements really like showing up. Jupiter is in Aries, which is squaring you as well. So I do feel like any tension that does come, there's like healing or shifting coming in. I just heard covered. It's just like this, something's covered, something's protected. So, and okay, interesting. On the 14th, last thing, on the 14th of June, we have the full moon in Sagittarius. And this is like maybe releasing a lot of pain or anything that maybe pains with Pisces, Sagittarius, hope, pain that like, or a lack of faith. There's definitely a turning point in what you believe. In your relationship to freedom. I feel like freedom is like is becoming alluring in a different way than it has before. I feel like your relationship to like your autonomy, your ability to like, and it's almost like do for yourself. It's time to start doing for yourself. Your luck is changing. And I feel like things are going your way. Something is going your way. Stuff happening in your favor. But the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is that this shit that's coming in and that's going in your favor, all of that is happening at a level that is way higher than our jurisdiction. And so it's really important for, I feel like, you to mind your words, mind your thoughts, to allow yourself to be more optimistic. This is an opportunity to start really mentally recovering, especially the Five of Swords coming out. There could have been like a heartbreak, or people that walked away from you, groups that broke up, friendships that broke up, shit that felt shady, just people that were and there also could be just like unfinished business, or something is still unclear, or something still feels like unanswered. And I feel like you already, it may feel like it's unfinished, but you already know the deal. So stop going from the 10 to the 5. Stop going like back, don't go backwards. Don't loop back around to learn the same lesson. I feel like it's important to really make sure that you do your part to be honest. There may be some sort of betrayal with someone with Pisces, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements. And I feel like things are still foggy. And you don't need, it's important for you to figure out, do you need to clear the air? Because clearing the air often looks like an opportunity for people who took advantage of you to come back around and like do the same thing because they haven't changed or learned the lesson. So stop giving, some of y'all is like, stop giving people an out. This also comes through like, as far as like establishing better or healthier boundaries, saying what you want and saying what you really mean. Not just like doing or saying what you think people like want or need from you. The Tower. The center of the reading, there's definitely big shifts coming here. The Wheel of Fortune, the Tower. The Tower is just an opportunity for self-mastery. This is just a change of plans. Something goes in a different direction. And I feel like what's coming through with this being at the center of the reading means that there's going to be the karmic tests that we're talking about. I feel like you've been hella prepared for this. Like you already know, like you can it's like the way you respond in chaos, or the way that you thrive in like fast-paced environments, is really going to start paying off for you. There's like, there also could be some opportunity or some accident where you really like save the day, or like because of something that you've gone through, you have experience to handle this crisis. But this turns out to be like a blessing cloaked in crisis, and that's not for all of you. It doesn't have to be crisis. The Tower is just change. It's something like shifting in a different direction, and that's Mars. I'm telling you, this is Mars cards. So there may be somebody with Aries or Scorpio placements that is really important or is playing a big part in your life, or there are big changes with them. And I feel like you have the opportunity to really figure out if you want to approach these changes from a woe is me place, or from the perspective of seeing these changes as the opportunity for growth and catalysts that they really are. It's not just like, oh, this always happens, blah, blah, blah. This always, it's just, check yourself there. Whenever things like that start happening, it's just like, I believe what you say. If you say that that's always happening to you, then you're right. My mom used to say, that's your confession, and I believe every word of it. And I hope that kind of haunts you the way that it's haunted me for years. I love you, but because it's so great. Only from the mouth of a fucking Scorpio. All right. Capricorn. Sun, moon, and rising. Y'all hydrate. Light it if you got it. We're already like a quarter in. Normally I do want to roll one, with y'all, but it didn't feel appropriate. It felt like you got shit to do. So maybe some of you are slowing down on some of your vices, which is, you know, wonderful. It's just a matter of make sure you listen to your body. If you feel the need to change, if you feel the need to cut someone off, if you you keep getting like weird vibes, the Four of Swords, excuse me, just flashed at me. So from the 5 to the 4, it didn't come out, but it just flashed. I do feel like there's definitely more stillness that's needed, more time spent in the spirit, more time not trying to control things or steer the direction of your life. There are new directions. There are new opportunities, and make sure that you don't let yourself be out here being taken advantage of by the same old fucking people. People have shown you who they are. Believe them. Please continue to list the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages. Welcoming in the most, well, they've been here, but thank you for the messages. Benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. The 3 of Wands. Some of you are traveling or turning your back. I'm telling you, there is some sort of there's a big change, but it's a catalyst. And what changes is the way that you finally are perceiving it. Getting out of it, the mindset of the wounded, getting out of the mindset of the survivor, getting out of the mindset of the betrayed, or I just heard the betrothed. There is something about a big shift in your mind. You're turning your back on a particular kind of chaos that you may have been comfortable with for a really long time. There could have been big changes or shifts in your relationship with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Scorpio placements. I feel like Taurus, Capricorn, that solar moon and solar eclipse in Taurus, there is still effects. The lunar eclipse in Scorpio, there's still effects. There's still ripplings that are happening. And I feel like it's going to, any cracks in the foundation that you've been ignoring are going to be exposed, and you are going to not be a groupie because you will be keeping it moving. And it looks like figuring out how to do something, how to move forward, healing, definitely co-creation or regeneration in the realm of your physical, spiritual, or sexual energy, in the realm of your passion and how you pursue, or your drive, your ambition is shifting. I do feel like that there's things to look forward to, and this looks like that this tower, I just felt like jetpack. You get a jetpack. And that's what this feels like. There's this jet. I know that you may be like, bitch. It's just yes, this just feels like a jetpack that you're getting to really propel yourself forward. The 6 of Wands. I'm taking that. Absolutely. 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands, the 9 of Wands. You have been done justice at the bottom of the deck, baby. I'm telling you, there's been a lot of injustice. There's been a lot of hard work that you've endured. And there's some really, really good shit that's coming to you. And the Wheel of Fortune coming through, it's just like things are going to start making sense. It's like the hindsight comes in. Trust your intuition. Trust this uprise of personal power. Trust this influx of spiritual energy that's coming through for you, because your shadow is Cancer, baby. You've got so much access to that psychic power, and you've got so much access to the ether if you would just get out of your own way. And that's by way of being way too logical or overly grounded, to the point of being stubborn. The jetpack, it looks like the divine has turned in your favor. Some old soul contracts have been completed. And it's time for you to get, wow, 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 wow. I'm going to share all of this with you because I fucking love you. I don't care if you see the Patreon, plunge is about to be lit. But look, in the ways that you've been wrong, the divine is conspiring to make things right. And that's looking like stability in the realm of your physical, spiritual, sexual energies, so more stability in fun and festivities, and that there's something that you're doing that you really feel proud of, and you're proud enough to really take some accountability and really start this deeper evaluation of the last 9-10 years of your emotional and spiritual life, because nines are endings, and then bam, the Fool. There is this brand new cycle, and look at all this yellow. It's like all of a sudden this big change happens, this big event, this opportunity. This could be, and trust and believe, the Tower could be sex, it could be passion, it could be a hiccup in your travel plans, whatever it is. This is a shift. This feels like a ripple from the solar eclipse, from the lunar eclipse, because I did say Scorpio too. So there's just, there are shifts in your trajectory. There's relief, change coming in, especially to the emotional and mental and passionate sectors. And it looks like there's a lot of healing, hope restored, but it is going to force you to evaluate your choices. But I do feel like, and that's part of this, evaluating your choices, taking accountability. So, because when you know better, you do better. And that's what looks like is happening. You getting into a place of surrender, you getting a place of just being intention based. I know what I want to feel, I know, so I'm going to pursue joy. I know what I want to do, so I'm going to pursue my happiness, or I'm going to pursue what feels good or what feels passionate or stirs things up in me. There may be some traveling, there's some visiting, maybe some of you are moving, finalizing a move, planning new travel plans. This looks like long distance and short distance travels. Some of you are getting promoted. Some of you are finally deciding to move on or move somewhere or get an offer that comes in. There is harmony restored in your sex life, in your physical energy. Once Mars gets out of fucking Pisces, bruh, it's a wrap. Once Mars gets out of Pisces, it's a wrap. Things are going to shift. You're going to feel that that. If you suffered from seasonal depression before, this, I'm telling you, is going to this transit is really going to help alleviate that naturally in the collective all over. We're all going to feel the boost of Mars, and you're going to feel it in a different way because it squares you. So it could definitely trigger you and have you more aggro. So you're really going to need to mind your manners, mind your words, because I feel like with your word, ooh, my ear just started ringing too. Also, romantically, don't try to test people. Don't try to push people away or push people's boundaries or be so pessimistic about dates and people that you're going to pursue. If you feel pessimistic about it, don't fucking go. Don't go and piss in someone's pool. You know what I mean? Or don't give yourself all these expectations. I'd rather you take your time and heal before you start trying to just distract yourself with new people or new opportunities. Have some fun. Don't get it twisted. If you got some, if there are rocks to get off, do what you need to do, but I do feel like there are opportunities for you to create chaos by way of your words, and that you need to, if you don't get your emotions aligned and in flow, and if you're biting your tongue and not saying what you really mean and not saying what you need to say what you need to say. If you're not doing if you're not saying what you need to say, you can really generate some chaos for yourself. And I feel like that's in the realm of work, in the realm of karma. You may just say some shit you regret. And so if you don't tend to that emotion, if you don't feel it, you can't heal it. I know, I hate that it rhymes too. but give yourself the time to find language. Give yourself the time to write. You may need to journal more. Write a letter. You don't have to send the letter, but there may be things about letters, about communications, about interaction. You may need to also like learn how to like when to turn it on, when to be, you know, customer service version of you, when you need to be the detective, when you need to be the skeptic, when it's appropriate to, you know, show each facet of you. Like they're just something as like learning to play the game. The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. It's on YouTube, but it's also like a book you can get. And it talks a lot about cause and effect. If a man lies, he'll be lied to. If a man cheats, he'll be cheated. If a man, you know what I mean? Like, it was written also in the 20s. So, but there's some fucking gems and wisdom there for you if you are interested. But I do feel like the scales are recalibrating. And the sword of truth is really about to slay some shit, become very active in your life. So conversations are going to get a lot spicier. Be careful of gossip. Be careful of what you say. Be careful of like who you say it around. Be careful of how loud you say stuff. That could be some of you. You need to be more mindful about your tone of voice. You need to be more mindful about your volume. Like you may be speaking too loudly, or just like being inconsiderate about like where you are in a like what environment you're in and what's appropriate or social appropriate. That could be a thing. Just like social norms may be a thing. Maybe there's someone that is coming in that doesn't give a fuck about social norms and it's making you be, you know, feel icky or cringy possibly. So there are, but I also feel like there's conflict that you definitely turn your back on. Something that may have already like unfolded. I feel like it gets like it's something. It's like I just also heard the first cut is the deepest. Something kind of unfolds and then I feel like it explodes. And this may be in communication with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, or Scorpio placements. Someone playing the victim, someone being vague, ambiguous. I just heard also copycat. I don't know. There's like something like weird going on there. And it feels like hella immature. It feels like high school. It feels like middle school. It feels like drama. This may be shit going on with your kids too. So if it's not you, maybe there's like drama going on with your kids, but I do feel like there is like done with the fight. Something about being done with the fight, prioritizing your mental health, getting organized and getting in motion. Pursue what you know you need to pursue because happiness, fulfillment, a fresh start, and healing are really due unto you. It's going to be a juicy plunge. Let's get into it. I love you. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.